be
That's
safe.
a Zumba. Water Zumba.
Underwater yoga.
For Zumba. So there's no change on here unless you think you want to make some changes, but.
We have to, the way it appears to me anyway, we have to empower the manager to send guards home.
She did.
And but our hours were up. And our attendance is half of what it was 20 years ago.
Right, but she made the call on several occasions when the weather was iffy, and I said, if you think, then pull it. And we had people calling, how come it's closed, it's not raining, and, you know, I think she made.
What I'm saying is if there are only 20 kids in the pool, you don't need to have 4 guards.
She has the, again, no, she tells me that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not dictating. I'm just, that's an example or a
Right.
parameter that.
And I'm just saying, to the best of my ability, I think that she's done a very good job about staying within the rules that she's been trained. You have this many kids, you gotta have this many staff.
And when you start the shift, you don't know for sure. You gotta have enough guards. You gotta start out with 4 in case you get a bunch of people. If you don't get them, then the problem is who are you gonna send home? They're on the schedule and they maybe gave up other part-time jobs. So they try to give them other things to do. I mean, they can always do cleaning, and they a lot of times have to do paperwork for the lessons. And there's all kinds of other duties that they do, even if they're not watching kids, there's other things they can do.
But I was there when she told people, go home,
Yeah.
there's not enough.
Is there a ratio of
Yep.
lifeguards for?
In fairness to what they're saying, Laverne, and maybe you've seen it, they were open 9 days longer, which if you, I mean, that adds up pretty quick on hours than the previous 2 years.
2 years ago, we closed it really early. Because Robbie, I think that was the last year that Robbie was here, and he had to leave, and Katie ran it for, I think, the last 2 weeks, and then we just pulled the pin on it.
And it depends on how many college kids you have and where they're going to college and how soon they have to leave town.
Right. But absolutely correct, we have to keep an eye on it, and I think we're doing the best we can, but we'll always try to improve and do better as it goes forward.
Because everything else seemed to be somewhat positive. Revenue was up, total season tickets were up,
The utilities are what really got us.
revenues were up.
Last year we had we had 6 new lifeguards. And that's maybe another reason why we had more lifeguard hours, because you don't put those new lifeguards out there all by themselves either. They have to work with the seasoned guard for a while. So some of those kids were getting trained in. And we had a lot of young ones. And so if the manager didn't feel the young one was able to be on their own, there was some training time going on there too, probably.
What's it looking like for this year for returning guards?
I think almost all of them are gonna come back. We
Yeah.
might be a little short on, instructors, but I know she's been encouraging other lifeguards to get their training, before the season starts, so we have enough instructors.
We've got a steady stream of them coming in after school to take care of their paperwork.
Good.
But a lot of them are gonna be going off to college, so if they're leaving the state, they're probably gonna be leaving us earlier. But we have that next group of kids ready to step up. So there's a really good rotation of guards.
So we need to do this 3 separate motions then?
Can we do this 1, 2, and 3? Are we good with that?
Well, let me finish telling you, because it might make a difference on some of the other things. I don't know if it will or not, but, on the pay grid part of it here, with the, change in the state and federal minimum wage, the training wage that we could pay kids under the age